Hi, my name is Naniki. Let me introduce my group member, Kamalao, Chachensian, Ng Chungwai, Tansini, Veronica Un, and Yvonne Lee. Our presentation focuses on the SRC International Corruption Scandal, which is one of Malaysia's biggest political corruption cases. SRC International was established in 2011 as a subsidiary of 1MDB. During the administration of Prime Minister Najib Razak, it was later transferred under the control of the Ministry of Finance, where Najib also served as minister. The company was meant to invest in international energy projects. However, between 2014 and 2015, 4.3 billion ringgit borrowed from the public pension fund KWAP was misused, and part of it was traced to Najib's personal account. This led to major investigation both in Malaysia and internationally. The case exposed serious abuse of power and financial misconduct at the highest level, and eventually led to Najib's conviction. Thank you.
Thank you, Licky. My name is Carmen. So I will continue the 2.1 documentary evidence, the kleptocrats and the global spotlight on SRC International. One of the most powerful documentaries covering the SRC International scandal is the Kleptocrats 2018. This international firm investigates the RM42 million misappropriated from SRC International into Najib Razak's personal bank accounts. Directed by Sam Hopkinson and Havana Marking, it features top investigative journalists from the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, and others who follow the money trail. The documentary exposes how funds meant for national development, including KWAP loans, were used instead for luxury purchases, real estate, and political influence. It traces the financial flows from Malaysia to Switzerland, Singapore, and the United States, highlighting the global scale of the scandal. As shown in Figure 2.0, it also focuses on Najib Razak and his close circle, including Rosmar Mansur, Riza Aziz, and Jay Holo, collectively labeled the kleptocrats. Available on platforms like iWonder and Amazon Prime, this documentary has raised international awareness about corruption in Malaysia and served as an important educational resource on white-collar crime. That's all from me, and I will pass it to Chen Xian. Thank you.
Thank you, Carmen. I'm Chen Xian. So now I will present the Guardian's cover Najib Razak's conviction in the SRC International scandal. In July 28, 2020, The Guardian is public of the title is the 1NDB scandal. Najib Razak is a handcuffed year jail title sentence, and this report is give a clear and detailed overview of the conviction and is focused on the RM24 billion and the misappropriation from the SRC International. Najib is found guilty on the 7 charges. This include the abuse of the power, money laundering, and the criminal breach of the charge. The article also highlight the other standards is how this case, how part of the Malaysia forced to restore public confidence and the government and prove this commitment to the justice. The Guardian also go further to discuss the role of the Najib legal team and the just decision, public reaction, and the historical wave of this conviction, making the first time in the Malaysian history is the forming Prime Minister of the convicted of the such serious criminal charge. The article also reinforced the Malaysia commitment to the justice and the accountability and reinforce the global interest in the country, goes on anti and the corruption fight. So that's all for me. So now I pass it to Yvonne. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Yvonne Lee. In this part of the presentation, I will highlight the pivotal role of the Sarawak report in exposing the SRC International corruption scandal. The Sarawak report is an independent Malaysian investigative news portal founded by Keir Recaster Brown. In 2015, it became the first media outlet to publicly expose the scandal involving former Prime Minister Najib Razak. As the figures show, the portal published a headline exposed the title Sensational Finding. Prime Minister Najib Razak's personal account links to 1MDB money trails. This article revealing documents show the RM42 million from SRC International was transferred into Najib's personal bank account before the 2013 general election. What made this report strong was the solid evidence, like bank slip and Inside the Story, which provide the Najib earlier Daniels rare force. It became the turning point, leading the MACC to start an investigation. In court, witnesses say the Sarawak report was the first to trigger the investigation, not the Wall Street Journal. Even under political pressure, the Sarawak report brave reporting helped explore the truth and push for justice in Malaysia. That's all for my part. Thank you.
Thank you, Yvonne. I'm Siggy, and now I will be sharing about the law that were broken in the SRC international corruption scandal, along with the punishment given in this case. This scandal is one of the most well-known corruption case in Malaysia. The former Prime Minister Najib Razak, he was found guilty of abusing his position and misusing 42 million ringgit from SRC International, which used to be part of the 1MDB. Najib's action violated several key laws in Malaysia. Firstly, under Section 23 of MACC Act 2009, he was charged for abusing his power for personal benefit. Then, under the Penal Code, he faced 3 serious charges, including Section 409 for criminal breach of trust, Section 471 for using false document, and Section 165 for receiving valuable things without a proper justification as a public servant. On top of that, he also broke the Anti-Money Laundering Act, AMLA 2001, as the money he received was considered illegal and part of a money laundering process. Najib was found guilty on 7 charges in total, which include 1 count for abuse of power, 3 counts for breach of trust, and 3 more for money laundering. As the punishment, he was sentenced to 12 years in prison and fined 210 million ringgit. If he fails to pay the fine, he could face an additional 5 years in jail. This case gained a lot of attention both in Malaysia and around the world. More importantly, it marked a major step forward in Malaysia's fight against the corruption. That's all from me. Thank you, and now I will pass it to Veronica.
Thank you, Xingyi. I'm Veronica. Now I will explain the implications of the SRC international case and the steps Malaysia can take to fight corruptions. First, the case has major impacts on individuals, organizations, and the nations. Najib convictions broke public trust in the political leaders and show that even top officials can be held accountable. Malaysians were deeply disappointed to learn that money meant for development and personnel was misused for personal gains. Besides, the scandal exposed weak management in SRC, 1MDB, and the related institutions. Financial institutions were criticized for poor anti-money laundering controls, and banks in Singapore and Switzerland were investigated for moving illegal funds. Moreover, Malaysia's reputation was seriously damaged, leading to lower investor confidence and greater scrutiny from global organizations like Transparency International and the US DOJ. It also contributed to Najib's coalitions losing power in the 2018 elections. Global financial rules also tightened for dealing with politically exposed persons. To fix this, Malaysia must take strong steps. Agencies like MACC should be independent to ensure fair investigations. GLCs must be more transparent with leaders chosen based on merit and not politics. Besides, whistleblower laws should be improved to protect those who report wrongdoing, and anti-corruption educations should be included in schools. Lastly, international cooperation is key to recovering stolen funds and following global anti-money laundering standards. That's all from me. Now I will pass the presentations to Chun Wai. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Chun Wai, and I'll be talking about the lessons learned from the case study. First off, we discovered that giving absolute power to one sole entity will lead to corruption. In Najib's case, being both Prime Minister and Finance Minister gave him the freedom to misuse public funds with little resistance. That's why it's crucial to have independent courts and media, and also journalists. Having both local and abroad played a huge role in uncovering the truth. Next, corruption doesn't just drain money, it weakens our entire system. The 1MDB scandal sparked a wave of public anger that led to a peaceful shift in leadership. Moving forward, we need to keep improving our anti-corruption tools to stay ahead of evolving threats. That's all from our group. Thank you.